Is it recording? Yes, it is. Hi, this is MK from the American Butler School. Hello and welcome to the American Butler School in New York. And today we have George Yang with us applying for a position of butler. Hello George, how are you?
Thank you for having me, Mr. McKay.
Thank you so much for being here today. Why do you want to see yourself as a butler?
I think ever since I was growing up as a kid, I wanted to do something in the health field or hospitality. Currently, I work as a professional server at a French-inspired boutique hotel and restaurant. I've been doing that for almost 3 years now. I've been in the food and beverage industry for almost 7 years. I have a degree in applied science nursing. In addition to my background in food and beverage, I have almost 5 years as a residential coordinator. Now, this position closely related to a domestic care, as I went into the house of 3 individuals and I took care for them as personalized service for them.
Any interaction with butlers before, like a butler in a house?
I've never had an interaction with a butler in a private house settings, but in hotels that I would frequently, stay at.
Do you see yourself as a professional butler in household or a hotel?
I can see myself in both. Currently, I work in, like I said, at a hotel, so I can definitely see myself transitioning from the food and beverage. See myself in the next 5 years as a private butler.
How did you find us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was doing my own research and due diligence, looking at my resume, looking at my career accolades. Something came up about butler, and I did more research, and all the skills and qualities that a butler needs to have, I essentially had, but just not the formal training. And so then I stayed up one night looking up butler schools, and most of them were overseas, and I couldn't afford to pay for the flight and the school and during this pandemic. So I reached out to your school, actually, American Butler School, and you guys had reached back to me in less than 5 days.
Well, yeah, I'm happy we managed to get you in this time. I'm happy that you are here and having the training with us. But did you work with white gloves before?
I've never worn with white gloves before, but I had hospital gloves that I used at all times.
Very nice. So you are familiar with gloves?
I am familiar, yes.
You're still working, but you just took the vacation to come here for the training?
Yep.
Very good. After this training, you will be willing to relocate if we find you a job, if we find you a suitable job through our institution. If we find you a job that fits you well and pay you well as a butler, will you be considering going to this job?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that interested me about being a butler was the travel aspect, not only domestically, but internationally as well.
Very good. As I was telling you yesterday on the way, it's not all about me, so I don't want you to be disappointed after some time if you think that you was waiting for a long time for a job, or maybe you didn't get the job through me. I am someone who will open a door for you, but there is so many other doors that's waiting for you. They are looking for a professional butler. You might find a job more faster through other agency. It doesn't mean that I'm not working on your application. I do my best to get you the job, but also you need to keep in mind the principal, the hotel, or wherever I am applying for the job for you, they might not see you the right candidate for them. The same thing also with you. I might get you a very good job and I say this is a very good opportunity, and then you say it's not the right opportunity for me. Keep this in mind, and keep in mind also that it's my pleasure to find you a job. Not just as an aspect of income. No, it's really something that makes me feel very happy and proud when I find a job for a butler or a housekeeper or a nanny, someone who will be going and relocating and working somewhere. Makes me feel good, makes me feel proud, makes me feel like I was someone who was a reason to open a door for someone like you to start his career or to continue his career the way he wants and the way he wishes. So it's something you need to be sure that I will be working very hard to get you the job. Thank you so much, and see you at the American Butler School. Thank you, George. Remember to be proud of your gloves. I mean, having the gloves on all the time is something that you will not do. But you will know the time when you really need to put them on. The way how you meet your guests and explain to them things when your white gloves is on is different than without the gloves. So I don't know why, but The love and the passion for the white gloves started since the time I saw this advertising at the Four Seasons. Good morning, cold morning from the American Butler School, and another day with George Yang. This is the second day of training, and the question of today: why do you think Butler is the way to go?
Good morning again. Thanks for having me. Throughout my career, ever since I was a child, I've always been fond of interacting, communicating, and helping others. Which is why when you look at my resume or you look at my CV, I have a nursing background. I have a health background for over 5 years and been in the food and beverage industry for about 7, and the hospitality, 3 years of that later portion. The reason why I chose to become a butler is because I think it's a great outlet for me to extend my passion and, make a difference, even if it's small or large, make a difference in someone's life every day. So that's why I chose Butler.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now this is in Arabic. Hi in Arabic. Hello and welcome to another day at the American Butler School in New York. And today we have another question for George. Now, as you understand, what is the difference between the travel butler, a house butler, and the hotel butler? Where do you see yourself after the training and why?
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me again, Mr. MK. If I'm successful at finding a principal, I plan on seeing myself as a private butler. I think that's very important to me. I plan on getting very competent in my new role as I want to make a difference in that family's life and the people that are surrounding me, that's my passion, to serve others. Thank you.
So the question of the day for George Yang today at the American Butler School is: who you think is a butler and who you think is a great butler? Who you think is a butler and who you think is a real butler?
To me, what makes the difference between a butler and a great butler, I think all butlers can serve, are able to shine shoes, are able to fold. But the main difference between a good butler and a great butler is one that exceeds expectations, one that goes above and beyond, one that makes someone's life, someone's experience elevated, a personalized touch. And to me, that's what makes the difference between a good butler and a great butler.
Thank you so much.